Hi everyone, this is a trash to treasure DIY using things from a thrift store and the dollar store. Very budget friendly, can be used for Christmas, Valentines, or any special occasion. So let's get started. So this is the piece I found at a local thrift store. It cost me all of 50 cents. It was marked $1 and he gave me half off, and it said Merry Christmas, and I thought it was perfect for the occasion. At least that's what I thought when I started. I knew that I wanted to repurpose this and make it into a dessert tray. So I needed a base, and I found a bowl at the Dollar Tree that was just a white bowl, and I was gonna kind of make this Rae Dunn style. So I thought this was perfect as a base. So I'm in about $1.50 here. I knew that I wanted to repaint this white, so I use white chalk paint. This is from Michael's, but you can use Waverly or whatever chalk paint you prefer. I also use E6000. That's what I use to attach the two pieces together because it's more permanent. So it's important to use that over a glue gun if you really want it to be a permanent thing. Then I also used the Waverly Crimson paint. This is going to be for the outside of my tray. So I'm going to show you that I used a moss green because I wanted the Merry Christmas to stick out. And so that's what my plan was, but I did not end up using that. It didn't pan out once I started painting my tray. We lost the Merry Christmas altogether. So I did not end up using that green moss paint. You'll see that at the end. So the first thing you want to do is you want to do a base coat of your white chalk paint. I'm just using a sponge brush. And you go ahead and you do that first coat. Make sure you kind of get every crevice you can. This took me approximately 3 coats of the white chalk paint to cover it the way that I wanted it covered. So this is just doing that first coat of paint, and this had ridges on the outside of it, so it was kind of hard for me to get in between those, but it did end up working out, especially by the third coat. So we just continue to paint that. And I pour the paint directly onto the piece. I don't know, I think it spreads out a little bit better than me putting it on something and then dipping in. So I put it straight on the piece. So there's painting that first coat. And then I'm showing you that the Merry Christmas is right there, but after I do 3 coats, that Merry Christmas is not visible anymore. So there's one coat, I'm letting it dry. So then I decide, well, I'm gonna go ahead and I need to paint the back as well. So I'm going to paint the back with a coat of the white chalk paint as well. And then I think I did 2 coats on the bottom, but I may have done 3. That's up to you. I mean, it's all preference, but knowing that you weren't really going to see that bottom, it didn't matter to me as much. But I went ahead and I coated that well, and then you want to let that dry completely. Also, I have to get into those crevices, except they're going the opposite way. So I'm going around the edges and really trying to get that paint in there. And that's what the foam brush is good for, because it kind of holds some of that paint. So then if you just press down while you're painting, some more paint comes out and it gets in between. There's the back. And I did 2 coats here. So you can see that it's coated a little bit more than the front side was. So we need to let this dry completely. And then I'm doing coat 2. Oh, sorry, that was 1 coat. I'm sorry, I apologize. 1 coat, so this is the second coat of the white chalk paint on the back after it dried completely. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same motion, same steps as we did before. Go all the way around. Okay, so there finally is 2 coats of paint. And it looks good. So now I have to go back and repaint another coat on that top. So you're gonna go ahead and do that. And I do that 2 more times. Like I said, I have a total of 3 coats of paint on that tray. And there's where I'm going in between the crevices. So there are little ridges, and you can see them. That's what I did with the foam brush in between, and then that extra white paint just comes out, and it was covering those completely for me. So here it is. It's completely dry. 3 coats on the front, 2 coats on the back. And now I'm going to take my crimson chalk paint, and I'm going to paint the edge of my tray red so that it outlines it, kind of Rae Dunn style. So I'm showing you how you just put some paint on there. It doesn't have to be super thick, but enough that you can get a good coating. And I only needed 1 coat of the red paint. You did not have to double it. It worked out great. This is a great color. So just continue around with your red paint all the way around the tray. Now, if you have any mess ups, it's okay. Once this dries completely, you can touch it up with some more white chalk paint, which is what I end up doing because I'm definitely not an artist. There it is, completed. It looks really cute. You can see that the red is all the way around. And like I said, that was just 1 coat. And then touching up, those spots there where I kind of messed up. But I think this turned out really great. I mean, it's just a totally different piece and not bad for 50 cents. So here's where I'm going to go ahead and touch up those red marks that I don't really want. And it was easy. I just kind of went around, found the spots, and there it is all touched up. It's ready to go. So I do like to seal it because chalk paint, especially when on metal and other things, it can chip off. And so I like to use this chalk paint finishing spray. So as soon as that dries completely, then I have a cutout that says Sweets. Now this is from a Cricut. I do not own a Cricut, but I did buy a bunch of the stickers during the holiday. And so because it was red, I thought it would be perfect to go in the center of this. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this sticker into the center of my tray. But first you have to get it onto the transfer tape. So I'm just scraping it with my paint scraper right now. I'd like to say with this tray, here's where I am putting it on. So I've got it onto the transfer sheet. Now I'm going to center it and then put it on. Once you put the decal on, you just rub it on and then you take the paint off, or not the paint, I'm so sorry. You take the tape off. Oh my goodness, can you tell it's late at night? So this is easy to do, but if you don't have a Cricut and you don't want to buy stickers, you can absolutely use a stencil and then more of the crimson paint. Just make sure you take off that excess paint when doing it. All right, let's start this over again. My dogs heard my daughter and they started barking. So I am attaching the sweets onto the tray. And when you see me pull, you see the S starts to pull up. If that happens, you just put that transfer tape back down, not completely down, and then just rub over the sticker until it sticks again. It's pretty easy to do. And now it's on there, so you take it off. There it is. There's that tray. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go ahead and attach our base. So this is our base. It's our bowl from the Dollar Tree. And you are going to put some E6000 around the base. Just like this. Now this is the end of my E6000 tube, but I'm trying to squeeze every drop of it out that I can. After the video, I end up finding another tube, but I went ahead and used this. Now you can use a glue gun, however, it is not going to be permanent. This is a little bit more permanent. And this is a great decor piece. You can use it to serve desserts on, but if you do that, you're going to want to put down some parchment paper or something on top of it. So we're going to finish squeezing this glue out before we attach the tray. So all the glue is on. Now we're going to attach the tray. And the way I like to do this is I like to actually flip the tray over and then attach the base that way. That way you can put it directly in the center. So we go ahead and we do that, stick it right in the center. And then that way you can adjust it because the glue is still wet, so you can kind of make some adjustments and get it exactly where you want it. And then what I like to do is I like to put some weight in the center to prevent anything from shifting. So I'm showing you how it's in the center, and then I grab my wood glue because it's heavy, it's a full bottle, and I stick that in the center of the bowl until it adheres. It's not completely dry when I flip it over. So we go ahead, it's adhered a little bit. I hold on to that base before flipping it over and flip it over. And then you can kind of see what it looks like. And then I let it dry the rest of the way, just like that. So you're gonna see that I accidentally downloaded that video twice and I didn't want to have to redo it. So here it is again, flipping it over. And this tray turned out beautiful. Like I said earlier, you can use it to serve desserts, use it for decor. You just want to make sure that you put a piece of parchment paper or something down with it so that it's not directly on the paint. But here it is. It's all done. I think it turned out great. And for a very low price, we repurposed something into something really cute. So I hope you enjoyed this. These are some of my other things I've done. I hope you enjoyed this. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. And God bless. Happy holidays, everyone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell. Have a blessed day.